missing the screen here. Sorry. Wasn't expecting this to happen. Just a moment. Okay. Hello everyone, George here, Catholic Positive Energy. Nice to see everyone. Now, here, let me just look at my iPad again. Is this... Nope. Alright. It won't work that way. No problem. Now, today's broadcast has to do with how God tests us to be patient. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, like I've said this many times, here, I feel like I need to prop up my waterfall. Okay, just a moment. I didn't know this would happen. Alright, that should be good enough. Now, there are a lot of us who always want good things to happen in our lives, and we want it now. We feel like we deserve it because we are good people. We try to be for the most part. We work hard and we're sincere. We try to be as sincere and kind-hearted as possible. So there are sometimes we feel that there are some really good things, difficult things, hard to obtain that we want to have now. But that doesn't always work that way. Certain things, bigger things, you can't just get it now like the same way you would get a candy bar at the store or an ice cream. It's not quite the same thing. So here's an example. Now, I just got my master's degree in Catholic theology and I'm so happy. When I first decided that I wanted to get that degree, this was actually years earlier. See, I just got my degree, I finished in December of 2023, and I got my degree in February of this year. So, when I first decided that I wanted to get that degree, this was around like 2009. And it took me so long to get that because I come from a poor family and there were a lot of other things in my life going on that I had to take care of first, bills that had to be paid, things that needed to be done, and it just wasn't a good time just yet. So I waited 14 years until I finally got what I wanted. And it was a very difficult thing, but I did it. But it required a lot of patience. So, just like other things in other different directions of your life, like, maybe you're looking for that soulmate, or maybe you're trying to buy that dream house, or that dream vacation house, or, things like that. Those things don't come immediately. You have to wait a little while. And obviously, I know deep down a lot of us want something right now, but I want to make clear that is not how things work in life. I'm sorry. I wish I could say differently, but I've been learning this. And when we are patient, we become a little bit more at peace, because if we're anxious and antsy about something that hasn't happened yet, or you're waiting for something very important in your life to happen, whether things have been a little stressful or not, and there's something you really want to happen, then eventually it happens, but it may not happen when you want it to. It might happen years later, or months later, weeks later. So as it says in Scripture in 1 Corinthians 13, that love is patient. All right? Now, I don't just mean love regarding waiting for that special spouse. I'm referring to everything in life. Everything. When it comes to, like I say, maybe getting a degree, finding that dream job, that dream career, buying that special house, starting a family, getting a degree. These things all come with patience. And I've had a lot of very close friends who know me really well say that they feel that I'm not patient and I need to be, and they understand why I may not always be. But now I'm starting to realize That's not a healthy way to think, to say, I want it now and I'm going to be so unhappy and miserable until I get it because it hasn't happened yet. Yeah, that's not healthy. So don't think that way. Please. Please don't. When we try not to always make everything about ourselves, then we'll be more at peace and less stressed and less anxious. And it's also important that we need to also show care and consideration and patience with those around us. Let's say, and I'm going to talk about other people, not just us now. Let's say there's someone you know, a close friend or someone you really care about, close family member, and they're not being patient about certain things. They're antsy and anxious because there are certain things that haven't happened in their life, or they've just been under a lot of stress. You need to give them this pep talk as well, and you need to be patient with them as well, even though they may not be patient themselves because they're having a difficult time realizing these things that I'm just now realizing now in my own life. You need to be patient with them, not just with your own life, but with theirs. And sometimes things don't always sink in. I can tell you so many times I've had a lot of people tell me as a younger person that they try to lecture me and try to preach to me about how to manage my life in the best, healthiest way, and I didn't always listen. But now things are starting to sink in. And it's not necessarily because of listening, but it has to do with embracing and realizing things. Not being selfish and making sure you need to lead by example is what I'm trying to say. If you try to tell somebody something and you want it to sink in, but it's not sinking in yet, try to lead by example. I mean, there's a difference between telling people to do something or showing people how to do it. Or maybe you show someone by doing something yourself in the best way possible. Let's say, here's a good example. Let's say you want somebody to be more forgiving and not hold grudges because they hold grudges against others a lot. All right. If you want them to forgive but they have a hard time with forgiveness, if you are forgiving to others right in front of this person, or if you are forgiving to this person, and they can see that you're not holding hatred against them and you're not holding hatred against others, and they can see that, they can very well become influenced by you and by your actions and by your example. So if you want someone to be more patient and they're not, and they're always stressed out because they've had a lot of bad things happen to them, lead by example. Lead by example. I'd say that's more powerful than giving anybody any advice or lecture. What the most powerful thing you can do if somebody doesn't listen or doesn't understand, lead by example. Show them through your actions. Okay, if you don't want to be forgiving, I'll be forgiving to other people. Just watch what I do and tell me what you think. Maybe you'll be influenced. So that's another way we can be patient with other people as well. And also, another thing I want to share, we obviously need to have a strong prayer life with God, a consistent prayer life. Now, as I've said in many recent broadcasts, forgive me, I'm still getting over a cold. Anyways, I am trying to get my teaching credential, and I might have mentioned this in the last broadcast, I don't remember, but I was just expecting to get a teaching credential, but they said to me that if I added 3 more courses, then I can get another master's degree. This would be a master's degree in education. So I said, okay, let's do it. And I wasn't expecting that. Now, I have been very busy with school once again, and I wasn't expecting to get this busy again because I just graduated grad school 3 months ago. But I will still try to be here and do broadcasts regularly. I was hoping to do a prayer broadcast today, but I'll probably do one maybe in a few days, not today. So please pray for me, because I'm in 2 courses now instead of 1, and yes, life has been very busy for me, so I need to stay on top of that. Please pray for me. So anyways, I hope you've learned something very valuable here with regards to being patient and being aware that God wants us to be patient. God tests us. Sometimes He tests us through, and let me be specific about this because I don't want anyone to misunderstand me. You've heard of trial by fire. Now, just in case there are people here who may not know what that means, trial by fire means you're being tested in the most blunt way possible. Let's say somebody wants to test you to see if you'll get angry, so they'll say certain things to you that you probably wouldn't like to see if you're going to get angry. That's an example of being tested trial by fire. And if you get angry and you show them you're angry, then that means you failed. Now, if you keep your cool, you keep your composure, okay, you passed the test. So, God testing us trial by fire, I don't believe He does it that way, but testing our patience is obviously a very important thing. Somebody's saying hello to me on the Facebook Live. AJ, hello. I appreciate that. Thank you. I want to say this now, because this is probably the 4th time I've ever gone YouTube Live since I found out that I can, because I have more than 50 subscribers. That's the first time I had somebody say hello to me on the Facebook Live. So congratulations, AJ, you're the first. But yes, feel free to comment on the live feed. I just want to see positive comments. If I see any that are not positive, I won't acknowledge them and I will delete them. But yes, kind comments are always welcome. And I always appreciate a hello. So, once again, hello, AJ. And I also want to report that I have been seeing a lot of significant growth here on the YouTube channel. As of this broadcast today, last time I looked, we have 163 subscribers here on the YouTube channel. So I'm glad I've seen a lot of growth over the past 2 weeks. It's been unbelievable. I'm not used to seeing this much growth, and I'm very grateful for it. And I also want to say to any new subscribers we have, or even people who have been with me from the very beginning, thank you. Thank you very much. I'm very grateful for each and every one of you. God bless you. Please continue to share this amazing channel with everyone you know. And I am very grateful for some folks who I met recently at a Men's March for Life. Yeah, you know who you are. I just met some of you, so I may not remember all of your names. But because that event was about 3 weeks ago and I haven't seen you since. But you know who you are. And I am very grateful that you've joined, you've subscribed to my channel, and I hope you'll continue to please tell other people about this channel as well. We also have a Facebook page and a Facebook group linked to this. Please check that out as well. So it's nice to continue to see growth here. It's been really amazing. And on my next broadcast, it will be a prayer broadcast. I will also be praying for each and every one of you, and pray that the Lord will bless you because you've blessed me. So thank you very much. So until next time, and please pray for my continued studies because I have a lot of things to do in my life. It's been so much. And please pray that I'll get over my cold because, it's been a little under the weather this whole week. So, take care. God bless. And remember, dignification is better than criticism. live life to the fullest.